Hi, everybody. I am Jim Wild, and I'm one of the owners here at Entourage Expeditions and Lake Country Travel. Today, I'm going to talk to you about our pre and post cruise options for our enchanting Rhine River Cruise, which is set to sail May 6th to the 13th of 2022. But before we do that, let me give you some dates of interest that we have to talk about. August 1st of this year, 2021, we're going to need everybody's final decisions on any of these pre and post tours if you want to join in. Next would be about mid-August to late August. We're going to talk about flights. So flights will be starting to come out, and we are looking to do like we tried to do last time with some group flights. October of this year is when final payments will be coming due. We will give everybody their updated invoices after you make any decisions and adding anything on to this cruise. So we'll give you some notice prior to the October event when we collect final payment. And then lastly, March, April of next year, so around this time, we're going to be going over documents. So we'll have all of our documents. We'll have our last meet and greet before we meet at the airports when we head over to Europe. So the couple different options that we have available on this cruise. If you haven't received the flyer, please reach out to us. We will be more than happy to send you an electronic copy or one in the mail. But there's a couple different tours for pre-cruise that we have offered. Tour 1A, which is our PreNight Amsterdam. Tour 1B, which is our Kukenhof Tulip Gardens tour. Tour 2 is our Dutch Discovery. And then tour number 3, just an Amsterdam arrival transfer. So I'll go more in depth with each of these. So our 1A PreNight Amsterdam, this would be a May 5th arrival into Amsterdam. That would be a May 4th departure from the United States, we'll say, but Chicago Air for most of you. Amsterdam Airport is included, or I'm sorry, the transfer from Amsterdam Airport to the Amsterdam Hotel is included, as well as one night deluxe city center hotel and breakfast. There'll be on-site tour leaders and hand at the airport to greet you, as well as at the hotel to help get you situated into Amsterdam. It also includes your transfer to the riverboat on May 6th. So this pre-night Amsterdam Tour 1A is $299 per person based on double occupancy. An add-on to Tour 1A is 1B, the Kukenhof Tulip Gardens. The Tulip Gardens should be still in bloom during that time of early May. This tour is only included for those of you who purchased the 1A pre-night. Unfortunately, we can't offer the Kukenhof Tulip Gardens to other packages. It is included in the Dutch Discovery, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. So what the Kukenhof Tulip Gardens tour, they add on $95 per person. This will happen on May 6th. This will include your transportation from the hotel to Kukenhof. It's about a 40 minute drive southwest of Amsterdam itself. Your admission into the gardens, as well as on-site tour leaders throughout the day. This will also include your return transfer back to Amsterdam prior to cruise boarding. So obviously, since we can't board the cruise until 4 p.m., this is a nice day to spend out in Holland and enjoying the tulip gardens here. So we have a little video presentation about the Kukenhof Tulip Gardens. So to let everyone know, it is one of the world's largest gardens out there, over 32 acres, filled with over 7 million different flower bulbs and flowers. We got to witness this a couple years back and very pleased that we were able to offer this as part of this group package. But Kukenhof Tulip Gardens, amazing sight to be seen. It's located in the region where there's many fields of tulips. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they're still in bloom. The fields are, because you do pass these along the way, and it's an amazing sight to see with all the amazing colors. And again, this is just an add-on for the pre-night Amsterdam booking tour, sorry. Number 2, the Dutch Discovery Tour. So this Dutch Discovery Tour, if you were with us, supposed to set sail with us prior, we did have this tour. It's the same tour, a little tweaking to it. So it is a 3-day tour in Amsterdam and in the Northern Holland region, and it will include the Kukenhof Tulip Gardens. This one is $9.99 per person based on double occupancy. The tour will take place May 4th, 5th, and 6th. We will have to depart the area on May 3rd. for an arrival on May 4th. So we'll arrive into Amsterdam as a group or meet as a group at a specific time. And then we're going to start touring the area. One of the regions that we're going to tour is Zaanstad, which is in northern Holland. Very old, authentic Dutch experience where we're going to witness a lot of old history, Dutch clog making and Dutch cheese making, which is what they're known for in that area. So we'll tour some of the cool little buildings here. If you're familiar with Old World Wisconsin in southeastern Wisconsin here, this is kind of reminds me of this, how they've set up Zaanstad in this region. So it's a beautiful, beautiful way to get in depth with the Dutch culture here. One of the spots that we're going to tour through is Marken. And like I mentioned before, clog making and understanding the tradition that the Dutch people have done for many, many years there. And as well as that, like I mentioned, the cheese making. So we'll have a little demonstration on that as well while we are touring the area as part of your Dutch Discovery Tour. So one of the days too, we'll be spending in Amsterdam itself, the city of Amsterdam, city of canals. It's one of the largest cities with major canals that are through its city. Anne Frank House right now is on the tour agenda. Currently, Anne Frank House is closed, so we can't confirm it. However, we have our fingers crossed and we will definitely get tickets if they shall open in time. Some of the sites is obviously the Palace, Dam Square, and again, the beautiful city streets and canals of Amsterdam proper itself. And then obviously there'll be some time for shopping and fun experiences like the red light district in Amsterdam that we'll be able to walk around beautiful sites throughout the thing. And like I mentioned earlier, if you are part of the Dutch Discovery Tour, you will get the Kukenhof Tulip Gardens tour as well on May 6th. So we'll do that during the day on May 6th prior to our sailing on the ship on that later that day. So that is Dutch Discovery Tours, $9.99 per person based on double occupancy. If you should have any questions with this tour or any others, honestly, please reach out to us via email or phone number. Number 3 tour on the sheet is the arrival airport transfer. This can happen on May 5th or May 6th. So this would take you from the Amsterdam airport into Amsterdam as your arrival transfer. Any arrivals must occur prior to 2 p.m. on May 6th. On May 5th, there are going to be set departure times, or arrival times, I'm saying, in Amsterdam. Most of you will probably be on our group tour, our group flights anyway. Most arrivals will occur in the morning. This one is $69 per person. Now on to the post-cruise tours. It's a little word jumble there. So we have 4 different tour options, 3 really, plus an independent one. So we'll go over each one of them with the Switzerland post night. So this is tour number 4 on our sheet. This is a May 13th. This is the day we will disembark in Basel. And you will be transferred into Zurich City Center at a nice Zurich hotel, which would include breakfast the following day. There will be an on-site tour leader available to help assist you for this day, and then transfer to the Zurich airport on May 14th. So this is for those of you who might want to extend it, since we have a very limited time in Switzerland by arriving into Basel, to get that Swiss experience for the day on the May 13th. This will also help too to keep in mind flights aren't out quite yet for departures back home or even there. So we haven't received those flight information yet. We're kind of going by the limited flight operations that they have now. And we're adding this on as a post night in case there's not any flights available to take you or I home on May 13th. So we got to keep that into consideration for this since the boat does dock at 9 o'clock. The earliest would be a 3 p.m. Departure out of Zurich. And right now there's no flights that would be able to take us back home at this time. So again, this is one of the things that we'll be monitoring. This is something to consider for this cruise. Number 5 is our Zurich Departure. So those of you, and if there are flights available after 3 p.m. that are able to take you back home to the United States, we will have a departure from the cruise pier in Basel and to direct you to the Zurich airport. Zurich departure, again, has to occur after 3 p.m. for this to work out, since we are at a long distance from Basel itself, as well as sometimes the ship does not run as scheduled. So this one is $149 per person. It'll take you, again, from the cruise pier to the Zurich airport. There is Basel airport departures available, and those will be on request only, since it is a very limited airport with air service. The Swiss Serenade tour, this is the big tour, number 6 for the post tour, 3 days, May 13th, 14th, 15th, 2 nights in a Zurich hotel. And this one comes to $11.99 per person based on double occupancy. So this tour is an exact replica of what we had previously, prior to the other cruise moving and switching dates. So we'll disembark in Basel, and you'll welcome yourself in Switzerland on the Swiss Serenade tour. We'll take a short bus ride out, kind of get the sight sounds of Basel itself, but the tour will take us into Lucerne, which is in the Swiss Alps region. So we'll be able to see the Swiss Alps really up close and personal without even climbing it. Right there is a picture of Lucerne itself, gorgeous city on the waterways there, with the crystal clear waters. We'll take a cable car, either up or down Mount Pilatus, and a cogwheel, either up or down. So we haven't been advised which way is what, but you'll be able to do one or and both actually at this time. So we'll make our way up to Mount Pilatus, one of the highest peaks, where they have a nice tourist center there and actually a nice, beautiful lookout of that region. The Kukenhof Hotel is the hotel in the city center in which the group will be staying at in the beautiful town or city of Zurich. So we'll spend 2 nights in Zurich for our stay on the Swiss Serenade tour. And during the tour, we'll have a little bit of a history lesson and learn all about Switzerland itself, as well as Zurich. Rhine Falls is one of the stops on the destination on this tour. Rhine Falls is the largest waterfall in Europe itself. Beautiful, powerful Rhine Falls. Schaffhausen, nice little town outside of Rhine Falls. Beautiful medieval history there. And that's where we're going to have a hands-on experience in Swiss chocolate making. So we're going to have a Swiss chocolate making class. Can't go to Switzerland without trying their Swiss chocolate. So we planned this accordingly to make sure that we get our hands dirty a little bit. So reserve today. Spots will be limited for the Swiss Serenade. So we need to make sure that we get enough people to go, as well as there is a control on how many people we're allowed to take on this one. Again, $11.99 per person based on double occupancies. And if you should have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. And our last option is an independent option. This is pre or post. So if you have anything in mind that you might want to go see while we are in Europe, and Europe is very easily accessible from our areas, from our pre-point in Amsterdam or our post stop in Basel and or Zurich. So if you want to adventure and you want some help with it, feel free to reach out to us. We are here to help with that. Some people are interested in heading to Paris, into Germany, Poland, and even into London. So if you are interested in stuff, it is easily accessible. We'll be able to help create these independent options for you. Keep in mind, if you do, and you have purchased, most of you have purchased travel insurance through Travel Guard. If you have purchased this and you are adding any pre or post cruise options, even when the flights come out, we will have to look at that supplement on there and see if there is an extra supplement that needs to be added. So we are getting ready for this amazing river cruise that's going to set sail, like I said, May 6th to the 13th. And these are just some of the options that we have available out there for you today. So if you have any questions, need something or more information, please reach out to us, 262-293-4424, or otherwise email us at info@entourageexpeditions.com. And keep in mind, I know most of you probably have already heard this, we have moved office locations. Lake Country Travel and Entourage We are now located in downtown Heartland at 119 East Capitol Drive. So right now we're just doing appointments only, but definitely feel free to reach out to us. And thank you for listening, and we look forward to seeing each and every one of you soon.